Now, right now, we're less than 14 hours since Kell Brook became the IBF 147-pound champion via upset over Kell Brook. I've been up all night, but I want you to hear something, and then we're going to talk. T-Street Controversy, T-Street Controversy Live.
Kell Brook a little bit more of a chance than I have previously in the past. If you don't know, nickname Special K, 32-0 with 22 knockouts of the UK. Promoter is named Eddie Hearn, but I feel that when you got a guy like Shawn Porter coming at you, it's best for you to listen to the song and you'll see where we're going.
That right there is a song by a group called Simply Red, and the song is called Holding Back the Years. But I played that song in that video. I did that video on, let me see, what is that? June the 28th, 2014. And what I was talking about is what people are talking about now. Kell Brook was doing too much holding. Kell Brook made the holding look crafty. Kell Brook did what he was supposed to do as far as go out there and neutralize that Shawn Porter offense. Now, people are sitting up here all putting words in my mouth saying, no, you said this. No. It's not about that. Listen, I call the fights. I research the fighters. Who I pick is who I pick. Who you pick is who you pick. But now I'm in a situation where I'm worrying too much about you guys. I'm worrying too much about the comments and worrying too much about the social media and not really going with myself. Because one thing I can honestly say that I've probably done more than, and this is no disrespect, I've probably done more than a lot of the boxing analysts and reporters on YouTube, is that I've watched more Kell Brook fights, the majority of them, and I've watched them over and over and over and over again. Same thing with Shawn Porter. So when I said, well, let me play a little bit more of my video that I did on June 28th, 2014, and then we're going to talk about it. T-Street Controversy, please subscribe. I cover every single major fight live.
See, what I mean by that, by using the music, I tell people in my videos, it usually means something, and I feel that when you got a guy like Shawn Porter coming at you, the way he's just been blasting through everybody, Paulie Malignaggi tried to hold, but was not successful. I feel that Kell Brook, in camp, he needs to focus on, okay, listen, what happens when you get hurt is you grab this motherfucker for dear life. Because there's an image of Shawn Porter, like his whole arm is outside the ring, like, and you see Paulie Malignaggi, like it was set, you know, and I really thought Paulie was significantly hurt. You know, because the way he beat Paulie down, and if you sort of look in Paulie's eyes, you know, it was like, my God, please, Paulie, not.
I'm not going to play the whole video, but what I'm trying to say is, listen, this is not a situation where I'm saying, I told you so. Smart money and fans, you know, that watch boxing should, well, would and could and should have went for Shawn Porter. Because if you look at Kell Brook, now he's 33-0, but he was 32-0 with 22 knockouts. You can't discredit him for those 22 knockouts, but you have to look at the credible competition that he has had in the past. But now that he's defeated Shawn Porter, a fighter that fans feel, I would love to see Floyd Mayweather fight him. I would love to see Keith Thurman fight him. I would love to see Manny Pacquiao fight him. Now, Kell Brook has defeated this guy. So, where does that rank Kell Brook? Most credible and notable wins, 2 wins over Carson Jones, Vojislav Sinchenko, and now that name of Shawn Porter. He's been the IBF 147-pound #1 contender since July of 2012. It is now August the 17th, 2014. So he's had so much time to prepare. But what I'm getting to is the biggest question is, where does that leave Amir King Khan? Where does that leave him? Now, boxing fans, listen, let's be honest with each other. Go to Twitter, go to Facebook, all the social media sites, and ask yourself, how do you think Amir Khan feels right now? This was a belt that Amir Khan maybe should have had if he could have beat Alexander, but he didn't fight Devin Alexander. Who did he fight? Luis Collazo, because supposedly he was told he's going to get Mayweather. He didn't get Mayweather. Now, this the heat is not on. The heat is no longer on Kell Brook's shoulders. Now, Kell Brook, listen to me. If you don't know what A-side means, A-side means when Oscar De La Hoya picked Mayweather's gloves and everything involving the event, to whereas in Floyd Mayweather picks everything involving an event because he's A-side. Miguel Cotto made it, the term has been around, but Miguel Cotto made it more famous with his bitching and his diva-ness, of talking about how he's A-side and everything had to be his way or there was no fight. Kell Brook right now with that IBF title from a guy that people feel that Amir Khan wouldn't fight, and listen to me, the vast majority of fans feel that Khan wouldn't fight Shawn Porter in risk of getting knocked out. Kell Brook has defeated that man cleanly and decisively. There are fans that are going to say, well, that are saying right now, as I did and I talked about in my video last night, they're going to say Kell Brook was doing all that holding. No, listen, he neutralized the offense. I don't consider that excessive holding. He should have gotten a warning, but if you look at the holding that we've had involved in like some of these fights, that holding wasn't excessive, because when it would happen, they would break, and I just feel as though it's a cop-out excuse. And one thing we got to talk about in boxing is we got to talk about this African-American boxer thing, to whereas if you're African-American, you're supposed to go with the African-American boxer. And then if you don't, you're considered to be an outcast from the African-American boxing community because you don't pick him. But just so happen, guess what? Kell Brook is not white. Kell Brook is not Caucasian. So what I'm saying is that, what I'm trying to point out is that, like I said in my previous videos, I've watched several numerous Kell Brook fights live. Moments after they go off, I do a video, and I've been critiquing this guy for the longest of time, years now. It's been 3+ years now, to where I've been thinking, like, what happens when he step up to top competition? And the question I always had is, Kell Brook, that guy that for Carson Jones will lose, but if that special K guy shows up, the guy who's sharper on everything that he has the fundamental capabilities to do, he can jab, he can throw left hooks, right hooks, he can fight on the inside, he's crafty, he can be a power puncher, he can be a pressure fighter, but he has all those fundamentals, but he had to be the special K, the one that can do those things extra. Now, right now, fans are talking about, well, what about him and Mayweather, Amir Khan? And Amir Khan right now is in a tough situation. Amir Khan's name has been linked to Jose Zito Lopez, Devin Alexander, and Robert Guerrero. Devin Alexander is not going to be enough. He damn sure can't fight Jose Zito Lopez. He has to fight someone like Keith Thurman or of higher caliber. It's a shame that Manny Pacquiao already has his fight pick against Chris Algieri, because now the stakes are high for a guy like Amir Khan. He wants that Floyd Mayweather fight bad. That's been his whole career. And now he's seeing all these people, outshine him, even a Marcus McDonald, who he's beat, outshine him and get 2 Mayweather fights. He's got to see Kell Brook, a guy he's been clowning in the media and turned down for many fights before in the past, get the IBF title and get all the glory that glory that Amir Khan never had. Amir Khan never had that ultimate glory, if you think about it. And I'm talking about that glory of beating someone on American television of credibility. Marcus McDonald wasn't in at that time. Zab Judah was past his prime at that time. Kell Brook beat a fully prime Shawn Porter. And let's not talk about the steroid allegations. Oh my God. That's just a whole that's a whole video and a story within its own right, because it's not about the fact that, yeah, they got the drug testing. It's about the fact of the timing, and why is Kell Brook doing a video less than a month before the fight, talking about, like, no, I didn't see no drug, like, where's it at? We asked for it. I know that my country tests and everything, but what about him? So if I don't get no test, that means he's not getting no test. That's just the common stuff you have to look at. But I'm going to say everything you need as far as, you want to see the weigh-in, you want to see post-fight interviews, Real Combat Media right below. You want to talk about boxing out of boxing form. It's called T Street Controversy. You got to send a friend request, because I got to screen you, because Shawn Porter, his personal Facebook page is right there, as well as other current and former World Hall of Fame boxers as well. So, send me a friend request. It's filling up. I got like 1,000 people left, before I max out. And then I got my like page. On my like page, what I'll do is, as soon as the Kell Brook fights become available, the Kell Brook versus Porter fight become available, I'm going to post it right there. So like I said, just check out the description. All the links to everything is below. I want to say this is T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live.